This year is so amazing for thrash metal vinyl box sets. I only just unboxed the Sodom box set for M16, and now this Overkill box set has arrived. Let's open it up. Naturally, we're going to have a look at the albums in here. We're going to do them in chronological order. I'm showing you the back of this box set because the front of it is quite hard to photograph properly. I'll tell you what, I'll show you when I get the cellophane off. There are 6 albums in this box set, and they are the 6 albums that Overkill recorded for Atlantic Records between 1986 and 1994. One slightly odd thing I've noticed about this box set though is there's kind of a gap along the top there, so I'm not sure how that is going to pan out. I'm going to go for the classic fingernail method of opening this up. By the way, I'm Jason Arnott. This is my metal channel, as if you hadn't guessed, Possessed by Metal. It's quite a new channel, and I hope you'll come along for the ride, because I plan to do lots of rankings and unboxings and lots of thrash metal involved, because that's pretty much my favourite type of music. There's a parental advisory sticker there that I'll be carefully preserving. And of course, there's a sticker here that I haven't shown you yet properly. Have a look at that. Now, back when I was on Kerrang, I reviewed 2 of these albums, and I'm going to tell you what they were as I go through the box set. I'm also planning to make a ranking video for the first 7 Overkill records, and so look out for that on the channel soon. Subscribe, why don't you? There we go. I'm going to keep this sticker very carefully. And now the box set is revealed. Let me see if I can film. Yes, that's easier to show you now. Well, I say that. It's almost like one of those magic eye illusions, isn't it? But yeah, you can see the logo there, and you can see the classic skull and bat wings mascot. It's a very subtle effect, and it feels really nice. There's a really nice texture to the front of this box. The spine is also none more black. If you just turn it away at a different angle, it looks like it's completely blank. So how do the albums kind of fit in here with that gap along the side? Actually, I think it's okay. There is a gap, but it kind of pinches down on the top. It only kind of flares up at the sides, and so I think that's okay. Maybe there's some kind of reason why it's a good thing. Any real vinyl technical aficionados might want to tell me about that. I'm so excited about this. Overkill have always been one of my favourite bands ever since I picked up their Feel the Fire debut on vinyl in Lowestoft in Suffolk, and then I was delighted when this beast came out. This has got to be one of the best album covers, you know, in all of metal, not just thrash metal, but how cool is that? So I'm not going to talk much about the albums because I'll do that in my ranking video that I'm planning, but let's just have a look at the artwork. It looks like a pretty good reproduction. Maybe the colours are slightly muted compared to the original album, but it certainly feels very nice, and hopefully we've got all the stuff that we require in here. Sort of a reproduction of the original inner sleeve, yes, complete with the original white on black. There's some classics on here. I mean, it's hard not to really talk about the albums as I go through them, but you know, let's just reacquaint ourselves with the artwork. Yeah, I think the colours maybe used to be a bit brighter. You can tell this is kind of a repro, but aren't they all these reissues, you know? So that was taking over from 1987. Next up, we have Under the Influence, which was also recently re-released on the Rock Candy label on CD. Yes, this looks, once again, it looks like a pretty faithful reproduction. There's lyrics and nice pictures inside. That looks like the start of Bobby Gustafson's transformation into James Hetfield there. Only a bit of fun, Bobby. I think you're amazing. What a riffer. What a riffer. The only thing this box set is lacking, by the way, is any extras at all. There's nothing, as far as I can tell. I've been told there's nothing even on the CD version of this box set. And there is one, by the way. And incidentally, I'm going to put buying links for both the vinyl and CD versions down in this video's description section. Oh yeah, the Years of Decay. Now, I gave this 5Ks in Kerrang magazine, and I regret nothing. Nothing, I tell you. What an absolute corker. I mean, they're all really good albums, you know, they're all at least really, really good. So what a box set this is. What a box set. Now, I'm pretty sure that the Years of Decay hasn't been out on vinyl for a while. Can anyone confirm that? Horrorscope. Now, I definitely have never owned this on vinyl. Now, this one got a re-release in 2017, actually, courtesy of Rhino Records, and that was, amazingly, the album's first ever vinyl release. That's a nice cover. Once again, the cover looks a little bit darker than I think the original was. And here we have some nice pictures from the time. I don't think I've ever read the lyrics on this album, so I'm going to have to do that. Wow, this box set is just full of metal goodness. Now, here comes the other album that I reviewed for Kerrang back in the day, and it's I Hear Black. That's a pretty cool cover. It's a bit mysterious, isn't it? Kind of like mysterious thorns and demons intertwined, and it's got some really good stuff on it. It's a really unusual album. I gave it 4Ks in Kerrang at the time, but I can remember when I first heard it, I was kind of a bit horrified. And then, luckily, I took the time to get into it. This album actually had a 2017 reissue as well. I'm not entirely sure how great the reproduction of this sleeve is, to be honest, but still, very cool. And we have an inner sleeve. And the covers, and especially the inner sleeves, actually feel like really nice kind of thick paper. Now here's the final album in this box set. It's the last album that Overkill recorded for Atlantic before they went off to go indie again. And it's WFO. Yes, there's some great stuff on here. Really nice cover of some kind of canister, I suppose it looks like. Anyway, lyrics. Lovely lyrics. It would have been nice if there'd been something else in here, if I'm honest, like some kind of album-sized booklet with sleeve notes by me. That would have been perfect. And this thing on the back here is actually stuck on. It's kind of like a glossy sheet stuck onto the back. So it's not actually printed onto the back, just so you know. I'm very pleased to have this thing. So what do you think of this box set? And what's your favourite album on it? Get down in comments and let me know. Also, hit like and subscribe if it pleases you. Until the next one then, metal.